Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and a new episode of
Farmhouse Friends Go Boho
with my girl Bree from Upcycled by Bree. We each have a home series that we have started. Mine is Making Home, hers is Coming Home, and in the start of this series we wanted to collab together and each do over a bathroom. Mine is a rental space and hers she owns, so we thought it'd be a great way to show you all some different ways to achieve making a bathroom beautiful and farmhouse girls going from farmhouse to boho style. So please make sure that you are subscribed to both of our channels and hit the notification bell, because we have so many videos coming out with the home series along many other DIYs and thrift flips. So we would love for you to be part of our creative family. And in today's video, we're gonna get those walls finally a fresh coat of paint on them. We're gonna do a couple of DIYs before the last couple of DIYs we'll do next week, along with the reveal, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm so excited for you all to be here. This video may include some topics that make you either uncomfortable or might trigger you or remind you of some things from the past. So just know and take seriously the warning at the very beginning of the video, but we want to show you life in recovery and how amazing it is and how amazing this DIY community is, and just take the stigma away from addiction and mental health and put ourselves out there so we can help others. So let's hurry up and hop into painting the bathroom and we'll get into it. I know putting a fresh coat of paint on these walls in the bathroom is going to make such a big difference, be a more inviting, relaxing space, and that is my goal. In the past, talking about addiction, I just never wanted to talk about it with the public. I never wanted to do anything because I was so ashamed, and I wanted to cover up everything, just like I'm doing with all the scuff marks on these walls. But I know that it needs to be talked about, and we can put a positive spin on the recovery process and not make it as scary. We can help others and be a stronger, better community for it. So like I said, I've always wanted to cover up this part of me. There's so much shame and guilt and resentment and regret involved. And coming online and saying that I'm a recovering addict is the hardest thing I think I've ever done. The stress leading up to it and things of that sort, but the shame kept getting a hold of us. But we kept telling each other, we're not those people anymore. And we're strong now, and we want this to help others, and we want to create a community of people to feel comfortable, to express themselves, and for us to show them that there's such a better life outside of addiction, and you can recover, and you can have anything that you want in life. And a positive mindset is such a big part of that. A support group is such a big part of that. That's why we love the DIY community so much. And the support from our last video that you all have shown us is absolutely mind-blowing. You all are amazing, and we love you so much for being kind and understanding with your words. And it just made this video a little bit easier for us. And in the deepest parts of my addiction, I never thought that I would ever, for one, be on YouTube, even though I dreamed of it for a long time, or that I'd own my own business, or that I'd build close relationships again. And to know that I have that now, I'm like living my best life finally, and I still have more room to grow, and staying sober is a conscious decision that I make every single day. But to be at the point where I no longer feel like I need to use anymore and to have these creative outlets is such a blessing. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you that come on here and that support my channel and support my business and just help us grow this community into something even bigger and better. Starting on our first project, my initial thought was to use these two colors, which I'll have down in the description, and the JRV stencils on my wall. Well, short girl problems, I can't reach the top of the wall close to the ceiling. So here I am figuring out what design I want. I was going to use these stamps instead of the stencils. Then I changed it to a tapestry. And normally, in the mental health state I was in previously, I would completely give up and just beat myself up over and over again. But I finally was able to come up with a new plan, and I was able to calm myself down and do these things because I'm taking the time for myself and I'm valuing myself, and that is something huge for me. And even though I still struggle with body image and other depressive episodes, it has gotten so much better over the years, and this is my creative outlet, and I am so grateful for it. I am taking the Bohemia stamp from IOD, and I just set myself out a pattern and putting it on this canvas material, and I'm going to hang it up in the bathroom instead of doing the entire wall. Now I still have a focal point when you walk into the room, and I can change it out with the seasons or anytime I just want to change up the design. I'm going to use a dowel rod that I got from Walmart and a hot glue gun instead of using any staples, and just make a little pocket for the rod to go through and then tie some twine on the end, and this project will be good to go. I have struggled with my mental health, even not just in my addiction, but afterwards. Like I mentioned before, you have shame and guilt and regret, and all you want to do is curl up and hope that nobody finds out or sees you, because you don't want them to see you as that person anymore. And although I'm sober, I still deal with those past feelings coming back into my life. That's why a positive mindset, positive affirmations, telling myself certain things every single day, uplifting myself, changing my thought pattern, so if I think something negative, I turn around and become positive about it. Just like the tapestry in the bathroom, I had a huge idea, then I changed it again, then I changed it again. I'm giving myself room to grow. Sobriety is a continuous journey, and I'm happy to be on it. And I want to show you all that it's possible, but you also have to know if somebody in your life is going through this, they have to be ready. And it's sad and it's upsetting and everything, but just be there for them, love them from a distance, do not enable them, and just let them know that you're there for them when they're ready. And the support system is huge. That's why this DIY community is just such a good thing for me, because I found a sense of self and where I belong, and I'm creating, and I'm developing businesses, and I'm doing all these things that I wanted to do pre-addiction, and I'm finally able to do post-addiction. And I hope that you can see through my journey that it's possible, and that you're not alone, whether it's you or somebody that you love, and that we are here to support you, and we are building a community to take away the stigma. So I went shopping in my garage and found this little shelf, and first I'm just going to spray it down with some matte black spray paint from Rust-Oleum just to give it a good base. I knew if I did something light I'd have a lot of bleed through, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I'm just making this over really simply. I'm going to use Aviary from DIY and just give it a couple of coats and bring new life to this piece. And if y'all have been around for a little bit, you know green is my favorite color. So let's get this done and sanded and waxed, and it will be as good as new. Well, old new. Stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break. Something as simple as painting and distressing this shelf is so therapeutic for me. If you are struggling with addiction, find yourself a hobby, and if it's DIY, this is even more of a reason for you to join our community, because we're showing you things that can make you feel good about yourself, and you can also upgrade your space, and that in itself makes you feel better. So know that find something that you love and that you can focus on, and it will make all the difference. Not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I knew I loved the DIY community before, and like I said, you all have been so supportive. But when me and Bree were getting closer and got to talking about things, we realized that this is something that's missing. It is a huge, huge issue all over the world, especially in the United States. People die every day because of overdoses and addictions and car crashes and so many different things that are involved with substance and alcohol abuse. And that can stem into other issues and other mental health issues, whether it be mental health or physical and emotional abuse. There's so many things that tie into it. And we knew that this is what needed to be talked about. We've heard about financial issues, we've heard about faith, we've heard about religion, things like that. But what about the deeper things that are also out there? Not just those deep topics, because the more we sweep it under the rug, the more people are going to ignore it, and the more people are going to think and be embarrassed about it and not want to go out and get help or be afraid to talk to somebody or whatever the case may be. And we want to open our arms to you and let you know that we love you and we appreciate you. And whether you're 1 day sober, 1 hour sober, 1 minute sober, 20 years sober, or that you've been through it with somebody that you love, we don't judge you. And we know that in that state you are not yourself and that you are hurting, deeply hurting. And even though people don't understand why you don't get out of it, it's such a thing that's even for another conversation. So if you all have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments for me and I'll answer what I can. I'm slowly telling my story because this is a big deal for me. I never once talked about this stuff on the internet. Some people in my family probably don't even know until now. So, I'm wanting to open my arms up to you and just let's build this community, make it stronger. Let's take away stigmas. Let's help each other and lift each other up. Because we already do that anyway. So why not do that and bring other people in here so if they have a dream to own a business, they can do it. If they have a dream to be on YouTube, they can do it. If they have a dream to create, they can do it. Or whatever else it might be, you can do it. You just have to be focused, put it in your mind, and know your worth. Because I am finally knowing my worth. If you are following me over on Instagram, you saw my stories where I asked if you all could guess what I was doing with these fern stencils from JRV. I'm so excited to be using these, and I'm using the same exact canvas I used for the tapestry, and I am just outlining the inside portion of the frame and giving myself a border so I know exactly where to use these stencils. I love the greenery prints that you see everywhere, and these are in Dollar Tree frames. I used aviary again, and I just picked a couple out and made a few simple designs, and it's going to look beautiful on my wall in the bathroom. Valuing my self-worth is something that I have been working on for years. And now in a sober mindset, it is getting easier, but I still have those tough moments. But again, surrounding myself in an amazing community and my local community with my family, my friends, has made this so much easier. And I'm finally having confidence in myself, and that is okay. You can be proud of yourself and confident and know that you are worth it and you can have any life that you want.
Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh about the irony of everything.
I hope you all have enjoyed this video and it's opened your eyes at least a little bit to how people can recover. I recovered, and we all make mistakes, but we are not our past selves, and you have to continue to grow and to surround yourself with positive people. And I know that not everybody is going to agree with me, and I know those things, and I'm not a doctor, but I am someone who has experienced it personally. And I just wanted to tell my story. And my 32nd birthday is on this Friday, April 30th. And this is like a birthday present to myself. Finally getting it off my chest, finally being vulnerable enough to tell my story with the world, as scary as it might be. But it's also worth it because I'm opening myself up and I am telling you all out there, whether you're 1 second or 100 years sober, you are worth it and you are loved. And Bree and I are going to continue to build up this community and to love you all and cherish you all. We appreciate your support, your kind words, everything. And I am big into affirmations and mantras. Now, that is one thing that helps me. Other things may help you, and that's okay. There's no judgment here. Whether you're a beginner DIYer or you're a pro or you're starting off your sober life or you're trying to find a way to get into it and you're looking through programs, do your research and just try, because you are worth it. One of the mantras that I have up on my Instagram for this week's Manifestation Monday is, I consciously release my past and live only in the present. I am living in the present moment now. I was not that person before, and I still have a lot of work to do mentally and try not to go back to the old habits of beating myself up constantly, giving up on certain things because I don't feel good enough, body issues, other things that we can talk about at a later date. So please leave a comment below if you want to hear about anything else or any other DIY videos or products you want me to try. But I set forth to do this, and it's going to be before my 32nd birthday, and this is going to be the best year yet, and I'm saying it as if it's already happening, because I know it will. And I set a goal to 500 subscribers before my birthday, or by my birthday, but you know what? If I don't hit it, I know I tried, and I know that I am becoming the best version of myself, and I am trying my best to influence others, whether it's through design or my personal life experiences. And Brina, I just want you to know that you are amazing, and we're going to continue to make this the best community out there on the YouTubes or wherever else in the universe, because we're welcoming you with open arms to our community. And we're going to be starting a group soon, and we will let you know more information about that. It'll be over on Facebook, but please go over to Bree's channel and watch her episodes, starting and talking about recovery and doing all these DIYs. Next week we will do the pendant light, and we will do the basket wall, and hopefully we will do the reveal in that video as well. And then I have a Mother's Day video coming up later this week. So thank you all again for your kind words and your love. Remember, you too are loved, and you're not alone in this, whether you are dealing with addiction personally or somebody else has affected you because of their addiction. Let's take the stigma away. Let's remember that it's deeper than DIY. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Everything makes total sense.
Nope. Ooh, shake it off, Nana. Shake it off.